Alright, what's up, guys? Anybody who's here live or afterwards? Hope everyone had a great weekend. We'll give it a few minutes to get rolling here. So yeah, again, hope everybody had a good weekend. And thanks for being here, if you are. Still trying to catch my breath. I just went for a ride on the Schwinn, which is a very good thing. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get that going again today, but I did. Thanks to King Hype again for getting the inner tubes off of the wish list, my Amazon wish list. What's up, Shane? So yeah, thanks to him. What's up, Mark? I'm having a better day now that all my bikes are functional. Hope you're having a good day too, Mark. And hey, Big Boys PEV. So yeah, thanks again to King Hype for coming through with the inner tubes that I had in the wish list. The Schrader valve inner tubes for the Schwinn road bike. And they came today, and I was just able to fix the tire, change the tube out just a little while ago. Just got back from riding it up and down the street. I didn't slime them yet. I'm going to do that when it's daylight, but I'm very relieved to have the Schwinn rolling again to where I can use that for whatever I need to. And the gears are shifting better too. I was able to line up the back wheel a little bit better and the derailleur. And now it shifts a little better too. So I'm super stoked about that. Hey, Chaos, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And hello. I have trouble reading tiny letters, and I'd struggle to pronounce your name anyway. But hello and hi. Yeah, if you're just joining, I just got back from a ride on the Schwinn. It's rolling again. The tires are full. I'm okay. How are you? Hey, Justice. What's going on? Oh, Chaos. Thank you. Thank you for the super, my friend. I sure do appreciate that. Mighty kind of you. But good to see you, Justice, and everybody else. The tubes that already come with slime in them, I think they're good, Mark. I was looking at those. I couldn't find any in the exact size, but I have enough slime to treat both of these tiny little tires that I have on the Schwinn. So, and they're heavy duty tubes, and thanks again, King Hype, for getting the tubes off of the wish list. Very much appreciated. They came today. I put one in the back tire of the Schwinn, got it rolling just a little while ago, and now we're good. I'm going to slime them in the morning. But thanks again, Chaos. Very much appreciated. Thank you. And hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you at the rides lately. Should be a fun one this week. The Wednesday ride, it's going to be New Year's Eve, right? Do I have my days right? And I don't know. We'll see what that's like. I don't usually go out on New Year's Eve because I've just been there and done that. I mean, if you've gone and done the Strip New Year's Eve and downtown New Year's Eve, then you've pretty much done New Year's Eve in Las Vegas. And I've done both of those things. So I don't know. I just don't like going out and standing there and being cold. But and crazy drivers and everything else. A lot of just wild things happen here on New Year's Eve. So I don't normally do anything on New Year's Eve anymore. But someone from the group is hosting a shindig, and there might be attendance. Oh, New Year's Eve is Tuesday. Okay, so New Year's Day is a bike ride, and the night before, I think my crew is still doing a ride, and then going over to somebody's. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Okay. So we're rolling. The bike ride is New Year's Day. Should have known that because the last Wednesday ride was Christmas Day. But anyway, I mean, days are running together. Every day is Monday, but progress is being made. Um, the ball is slowly starting to roll. So it's been worse, and it could certainly be worse. And I'm just trying to keep trucking. But yeah, hope everybody had a great Christmas, and hope everybody's um, got a New Year's plan that suits them. I want to talk a little bit about some of my plans for the new year. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Slow 49. Good to see you, brother. Starts at 7. The Wednesday ride starts at 7, Mark. But yeah, Friday is 8. Friday, everybody meets up at 8. And then, chit chats and hangs out for half an hour or so. And then the ride goes. Hey, Joshua's Vegas Life official. How you doing, buddy? Why am I getting Facebook notifications? I don't have anything listed right now on Marketplace, whatever. It's like they try to lure me back, I guess, when I'm not selling anything on Marketplace. They're like, hey, where you been? Why don't you check out this, post from somebody or whatever? Remember when you used to, look at stuff on Marketplace and sell it? Don't you want to do that again? And it's like, no, not really, not right now. Fortunately, I sold most of the things that I was trying to sell and blew all the money on paying bills, which is a stupid, ridiculous thing to do with money, but it seems necessary, unfortunately. You know, I really hate doing it though. There's got to be a better way. But yeah, Joshua's Vegas Life official. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm doing a lot better now that the Schwinn is rolling again. So I love that bike so much. I can't believe how good of a bike that is for $75. I mean, it definitely needs work. I'm gonna have to replace the brake cables for sure. The back one is pretty much done for at this point. Um, there's just not a lot I can do with it. There's only so much adjusting you can do before you just have to replace something. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to replace the brake cables, but I can ride it for a little while in the meantime. The back brake barely works and the front one kind of does. But the gears are shifting a lot better now. I was able to get the back wheel lined up a lot better when I put it back on after I put the new inner tube in it. And it just like it hits all the gears now. It's still kind of crunchy because this bike's obviously been sitting for a while and it needs to be PB blastered and then lubed. But it's coming along, man. It's a work in progress, and so far It's just a $75 bike plus a couple of inner tubes. Thanks again, King Hype, for taking those off of the wish list, buying those off of the wish list for me. It's awesome. Like, the front tube on the bike is still good, and it's got a Schrader valve, so I can slime that tube and it'll be fine. And now the back tube has a Schrader valve instead of the Presto valve, so I can slime it. And then there's an extra inner tube now too that I can carry along, and I'll carry the appropriate sized wrench as well, should it be necessary to change another tube. But yeah, thanks again, King Hype. The Schwinn is rolling again. It's better now, and I'm so happy about that. Can't wait to go ride it some more. I'm gonna do the slime tomorrow. I'll put the slime in the tubes tomorrow when it's daylight, and then go for a ride. And I got a bunch of other things. I got tons of things to do tomorrow. I'm still falling behind, kind of, but like starting to, get a handle on things again. Things are starting to go the other way finally. And thanks to all of you guys for everything you've done to help with that, even if it's just, coming and hanging out and watching a stream or something. And thanks again. Hey, Joe. And thanks again, Chaos Notorious, for the super chat. Very much appreciated. And good to see you as always. And hey, Lainey Grace, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, nice. Yeah, something about new brake cables, Mark. Am I right? I mean, they just kind of get crunchy and stretched out and lose their oomph, their original, snap. And you just got to replace them. But yeah, good to see you, Joe. And Barry, good to see you. Any big plans for 2025? I'm gonna take some bike rides. For sure. We've already discussed that some. And I'm getting my online sales rolling a little better now, slowly but surely. I've sold 2 things since I started putting stuff back on eBay. I didn't sell anything on eBay for like 3 or 4 months, because I was just trying to just blow it all out locally, just somebody come and pick it up and get it out of here. But for all the stuff that didn't sell, I put it back on, and a couple other things, and I've only sold 2 things so far. But it'll pick up. I got to get the ball rolling on that. It's been a while since I've done anything on there. And they have an algorithm kind of like YouTube. So like once I get to doing more, like kind of the pace I used to go at, they'll put my listings in front of more people. So, but yeah, in 2025, I'm gonna, be doing some online sales. Gonna be taking some trips, some bike rides, long bike rides, and I want to flip bikes too. I keep finding crazy deals on bikes, and I have, very well-established online sales platform accounts like eBay and such. Certain bike parts are worth a lot of money, so I can make, custom cool bikes and stuff and sell them. Leftover parts that I have that I'm not going to use or whatever, I can sell them on eBay, and some of them are worth a lot of money if it's a cool, bike, or certain vintage or whatever. People will pay good money for the parts. And if there was something wrong with the bike, or something, like some original piece missing, like it'll never be an original bike again, so might as well sell some of the parts and make something cool out of like the frame and fork and some of the original parts maybe. I don't know. You'll see what I'm talking about, but that's a 2025 plan for me as well. I've been wrenching on bikes and stuff lately, and it just makes me feel good. I really enjoy it. Like I said, I'm finding all these crazy deals on bikes, so it's like, what the hell? I guess I'll, buy some bikes and make some cool bikes and sell them, and then, put some parts on eBay and whatever. I don't know. So new side hustle, hobby hopefully make a few extra bucks. We'll see how it goes. In addition to all the other things. But yeah, I got a lot of big plans for 2025. What are you guys doing for 2025? Yeah, I did. Um, I did see that, Shane, and I'm assuming you'll be in attendance. He's got a cool view of the fireworks and stuff. I'm gonna find some brake cables. I'm just thinking, I'm sitting here staring at laser patterns and daydreaming. Ugh. Well, hopefully it thaws out sooner than that, Joe. Then you can ride. And Barry, hope the surgery goes as well as it possibly can. Well, I don't know, Shane. There's still time to formulate a plan. And Barry, thank you, of course, for your service, and hope the surgery goes well and leads to the desired improvements or outcome. Well, that's good. Yeah, I would trust. I would trust that too. Like VA healthcare, VA hospitals, and stuff. I would have plenty of confidence in. I haven't seen halibut. I can't say that I've seen halibut in a couple of weeks now. Big Boys PEV. Um, he's in usually if we're doing something early. Mostly if we're out doing something early, he'll pop in. So, but last he was here, I guess everything's going okay for him. Hope so, anyway. And you too, of course, Big Boys PEV. I hope your recovery is going as well as it can. I know that can't be any fun dealing with all of that. That's kind of why I stopped riding the faster PEVs, the crazy stuff, scooters and whatnot, is because I had so many close calls. I got so lucky so many times, and One day it's like I just can't keep tempting fate like this. I don't have health insurance and I definitely can't afford any time off. Um, but I hope you're doing well, and I know it's got to be sore and awful, but yeah, as the days go by, and that's a good way to look at it too. Every day should be a little better than the one before it. In that regard, that's the healing process, I know. And I know it sucks too. Also, when you get to be a certain age, it hurts a lot more when you get hurt. You're not, like when you're a kid, you're basically made out of rubber. And I used to break an arm or a leg or something and heal in a couple of weeks. Uh, but now, like once you get past a certain age, when stuff breaks and whatever, it's much more significant, serious. Takes a little longer to recover and probably hurts a little more too, so I feel for you. Big Boys PEV. But I don't know, I've been thinking more about stuff like that lately. Like, I just really have to be careful, more careful than I normally am. Even on slower stuff, even when I'm riding a bicycle, that Schwinn is pretty damn fast, and I gotta, pay attention to what I'm doing. I haven't been wearing a helmet or anything. I should really get a decent, like road bike helmet, because, I don't know. Well, I know, random accidents can occur to Big Boys PEV. Like my other friend Chris, that has a Highboy scooter, an S2 Max, was riding his S2 Pro and like was riding it at night, like 8 or 9 miles an hour, and into a driveway that was blocked off by a chain that he couldn't see at night. So he flipped over the chain and woke up a few days later in the hospital with a broken neck. Um, so, I mean, unfortunately, terrible catastrophic accidents can happen at low speeds and can be just completely random and unexpected. Um, but for me, like I don't know, I try to be mindful of my riding when I'm just taking it easy, because that's, when a lot of things can occur, bumps you didn't see in the road or something like that. But I don't know. I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, no, most of my brushes with death on scooters were just when I was going too fast or doing stupid things. And there's just, a couple of instances where I was just very lucky to, continue to exist. And nothing happened, like very, very close calls. And I couldn't do it anymore. I had to stop. I got to go a little slower now myself. I would still love to ride a hyper scooter once in a while, but just not getting too crazy with it. Huh, Shane? Oh yeah. Yeah, and you could kind of see that. You could kind of see that one, and it still caught a handful of them by surprise. Um, so yeah, those chains going across can be freaking deadly, especially if it's dark and they're not marked with something, so you know that there's a chain there. And hey, baby love, good to see you. Yeah, no, I saw a couple of them almost run into it going and coming back when we were, doing the pool ride at Mandalay Bay on Friday, Shane. I almost didn't see it, and I was on Rod's bike at the time. He was riding the Schwinn for that particular leg. He wanted to do it. He wanted to do the pool ride on the Schwinn, and I almost like it would have been a gnarly crash on his bike. But so glad you guys could pop in tonight and spend a little time. It's always great to see you. Yeah, that's kind of, ultimately why I sold my motorcycle and my Honda Ruckus, baby love, and I'm glad you bring that up. It's like it's so nobody knows where to go half the time with all the stuff torn up and lane redirecting and everything else. So I couldn't ride my two-wheeled things that had to go in traffic lanes anymore on my motorcycle and my scooter because I was almost getting killed all the time on those. And even when people were paying attention, sometimes they just still didn't know where to go or what to do. And there's always like, are they ever going to be done with the roads around here? Probably not. So I had to stop, doing something that I love very much just because of how dangerous it is with all this road construction all the time. Even walking. Even when I'm taking a walk on Fremont Street, like down Fremont Street, and I've got the crosswalk, I'm still making eye contact with people in cars because you just never know. I mean, so many people are just not paying attention or don't know where to go. And a guy coming out of the church, I almost got hit on the bike again the other night. A guy coming out of a church, like Maryland Parkway or 13th Street or whatever, was torn up and they got all these cones out and stuff, and this guy just ran a red light as I was getting ready to cross. Like he was confusing to him, I guess, as he was pulling out of a church. And it's like, yeah, I really hate it. I wish they would just finish sooner or later. But hey, Halibut, good to see you. Big Boys PEV was just asking about you. I said we hadn't seen you in, a week or two, but last we all heard from you, you were doing okay. But very, very good to see you, Halibut. And yeah, I don't know. Like I'm having weird notification problems again myself. So I guess that's a thing again with YouTube. I don't know. Like I've been getting weird and late and no um, notifications. And why Kim? Yeah, Happy New Year to you, and cheers and happy 2025. But good to see you though, why Kim? And well, hey, kicking is good and busy is sometimes good too. Halibut. Yeah, I know, even for walking, like pedestrians need to wear bright yellow suits with lights and reflectors on them. Oh, yeah, no, I know what you mean, Halibut. And horns, yeah. I mean, but it's ridiculous the way people drive lately anyway, but with all the construction and detours and nobody knows where they're going and everybody's in a rush, whatever. I mean, yeah, it's like playing Frogger or Crossy Roads or something out there all the time, and you really have to have eyes all around. And really, I mean, look in people's eyes when you're getting ready to cross the street, even if you have the crosswalk. Yeah, no. Yeah, flashing headgear is a good idea. Rod from the rides has a helmet with a headlight and a brake light and or a tail light and like a flashing light, and he's got a flashing arrow on his backpack and everything. But even still, I mean, some people just aren't paying attention, and when the roads are different than they normally are because of the construction and the detours and stuff. It's like, you could cover yourself in Christmas lights and have loud music playing and whatever else, and somebody's still not going to see you. Yeah, yeah, Shane's got one too. That's right. Yeah, a bullhorn so you can yell at them when they almost run you over when you got the crosswalk. What's the matter with you, idiot? Pay attention. If I had $1 for every time I had to look at somebody and ask, what's the matter with you, idiot? I wouldn't have any money troubles right now. Well, I'm getting weird notifications again, Halibut. Like I'm getting notifications for people whose channels I'm not subscribed to and stuff, and then not getting a lot of the ones that I'm supposed to get again, like on my laptop or my phone. Hey, crazy grandma. Good night to you, and thanks for popping in and hitting that like. Drivers do get extra stupid around Christmas, and I have noticed that the holidays make people stupid. I don't know why. It should, like I get excited. Oh yeah, cool Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's and um, get to do all that stuff and whatever. But it has a tendency to turn people into morons somehow. Well, I'm glad you enjoy the new phone. Anyway, I love it. Hey, Mike, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, yeah. The holidays turn stupid into extra stupid, pretty much around here. Baby love, you got that right. It's like I swear I look at people that are going by or that almost catch me in a crosswalk or something like that, and they've got a look in their eyes like they've never driven before, like this is new to them, or they forgot how traffic laws work or whatever. And it's like, how the hell did this happen to you? I don't know, but yeah, it's always bad here. But I'm so excited to do some more bike riding. And I got a surprise for 2025. I'm going to try and do something. make a life adjustment. Um, so I'll tell you more about that as it gets closer to time. But yeah, I have some big plans for the new year. So let's see what else. I need to sell some more crap. I need to get the eBay ball rolling a little faster. Um, I'm only paid up on rent until, well, Thursday. So I gotta hustle. Hope that people buy some stuff. I don't know what's going on with Uber. They can't seem to process my new driver's license. I still don't have an active, usable Uber Eats account, which is about the only one I can realistically do on a bicycle. My e-bike is still out of commission. The DoorDash orders that I get, I've logged into DoorDash a couple of times, and the offers that I get, 95% of the time are just way too far, or, as far as I might want to go, but not a good enough payout. So, like, the Uber Eats is the only one that gives me bike rideable deliveries. So it'd be very helpful if they would get their stuff sorted out, because I have a valid driver's license. It's in my pocket right now. I was without one for about a week, or my driver's license never lapsed. It's just I had to wait a few days before I was holding the new one in my hands, and then I uploaded it to Uber a week ago, almost a week ago, and they still haven't gotten my account going again. So that's frustrating, but that seems to be just like the theme lately with everything. Everything's behind schedule or not working quite as it should. That seems to be, what I'm encountering a lot lately. And I've noticed a trend, like it's getting worse. This has been going on for a while, but it's definitely getting worse. Just things just aren't going like they normally would, it seems. I don't really know how else to explain it. And, I don't think it's anybody's fault necessarily. I don't know what can be done about it, really, but everything's just kind of fallen off to the point where, I don't know, it may get handled normally and in a timely manner, or it may not. Yeah, um, we all need a break on the economy, I'm sure, just like more affordable things and just a smoother running economy for, the regular people, the working people, the people who aren't billionaires. So, yeah, haven't seen Paula in the chat yet, and I hope she's okay. It's rare not to see her in an evening stream, but yeah, I mean, maybe she's having notification issues. Like I said, I've been getting notifications for people's channels that I don't watch, and then not getting notifications for people's channels that I do watch and are subscribed to. I've been getting notifications for my own live streams like a day or two later, which doesn't make any sense because I'm the one who made the live stream. And I don't know if I wanted to watch it, if I wanted to be notified about it. I know already that I did make the live stream because, again, I was the one who made the live stream. So I'm not sure why I'd be getting notified about my own live stream a day or two later. But yeah, I don't know. Like, everything makes less sense than it normally does right now, in my opinion. And hopefully somebody gets a handle on it, but it might be just too far gone at this point. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them, baby love. Yeah. No, I mean, I've heard that other people are getting notified about their own live streams, which makes no sense. Yeah. Yeah, as if everybody's not stressed out enough. Halibut. I'm just trying to detach from all of it. I need a bike ride so bad. Like, I can't wait to take that ride in the spring. I think Rod's going to follow me, he said, or meet me at checkpoints anyway, be a support vehicle. He's going to have to get Starlink internet thing so he can still day trade on the road. But he said he's going to rent, or get an RV or something, and I can sleep in that or whatever. Put the bike in there. Uh, and if I get stuck or stranded or something, he'll be close enough to where he can come and get me. So that would be helpful. I'm really looking forward to doing that. Hey, Kevin, what's going on, buddy? Happy Sunday to you. Yes. Vegas has two huge celebrations at midnight. Joe, downtown and the Strip have huge parties for New Year's. Yeah, and it's going to be an all-night party, and there's going to be fireworks. It's going to be like the 4th of July again. We have two 4th of Julys, one on the actual 4th of July and then New Year's. And the entire night, people will be shooting off fireworks and partying. Yeah, well, I mean, Emil's got one, Shane. So I've been to the downtown and Strip New Year's is though, and it's like it's fun to do once, but it's otherwise a hassle. Everything's too expensive. There's nowhere to park. There's too many people everywhere. So I avoid it like the plague now myself. But I might go to Emil's. But yeah, you have a great night as well, Halibut, and it's great to see you. Downtown is $50 if you buy it ahead of time. If you go on the night of, it's like 75 or $80 to get in. If you just show up without a ticket. So they do pre-sale for $50, which I think is a little steep even. So you got to really love being crammed in with a couple 100,000 people or so to shell out the money. Yeah, I'd rather stay home too, except, Emil's having a party. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anytime there's something going on and people need rides. Although Lyft is like, you can go onto the apps though, Shane. Especially getting a ride home afterwards. Like Lyft, I think is doing a $20 credit or something for a ride home, so people don't drink and drive. So you can offset it with that. You still have to pay a few dollars, but it's not that bad. Yeah, bus rides are free. That's true. Bus rides for until like 7 or 8 in the morning or something, right? And it just makes sense. Because everybody's out drinking on New Year's Eve pretty much, and you don't want them getting behind the wheel, even though at least half of them do anyway. It's terrible. It's not a good night to be out driving or on roads or just anywhere. But yeah, anything that can be done to get people home without having them drive drunk is a good thing. Well, I'm gonna have to if I go to a meals or something, Joe. I'm gonna have to ride a bike. I'll just be on the sidewalk. Not that that's any safer, really, but I'll just keep a lookout. I'll be very careful, and then I'll just let Emil know and be like, "Look, dude, I'm chilling here for a while. I'm not trying to get out in that mess after the ball drops and everybody's like, okay, let's see if we can drive home as drunk as we are right now, which is terrible." Oh, well, I'm glad you're getting notified, and thanks for being here, Rick. Good to see you. I have not been getting my usual notifications lately. Again, it was fine for a while, and now it's getting all screwy again. And, even Baby Love, I guess, is getting notified about her own streams, as am I with mine, which is weird. But I'm glad it's working for you. Yeah, I don't like to go out on New Year's, and if I do, I'm going to be very careful, and, we'll be going to a friend's house and not any of these, like, crazy parties, the strip or downtown. I could walk if I wanted to shell out the dough. I could just walk down Fremont Street and do the New Year's there, but it's $50 if I buy it now, and then 75 or 80 if I go on Tuesday. And that's just, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I couldn't spend the money even if I really wanted to. But everybody that goes and does the downtown one, they say they have a good time. They seem to enjoy it. I thought it was okay, you know, but it's just, it's not for me. I'd rather not spend the money. I'd rather not be packed in with all those people for hours on end and, getting drinks sloshed on me and paying too much for everything. Yeah, there's too many people. Definitely too many people. Yeah, and drinks or food are, of course, way more expensive than usual. Oh, it's New Year's, got to pay extra for everything. Got to pay $600 for a $50 hotel room, and $12 for a slice of pizza. So I just, I hope I have that kind of money again where I can just go blow it on New Year's Eve on Fremont Street like so many people do. Because even if pre-sale ticket for $50, you're still going to spend at least another $50 on stuff while you're there because you're packed in for hours and you kind of don't really have a choice. And so yeah, I hope I have that kind of money to blow again, like minimum $100 just to go out and stand and be cold and get drinks sloshed on you. But I mean, shout out to everybody who's going and doing downtown or a strip. Like the strip is a little more spread out. You're gonna have like if you're claustrophobic, you're gonna have a better time on the strip. They block off all of Las Vegas Boulevard from like Treasure Island down to Tropicana, I think. And people are just out in the street chilling, and that's pretty cool. It's I don't think you have to pay for that, but you're gonna have to pay to park somewhere if you drive, or you're gonna take expensive Uber rides or wait for like 5 or 6 buses to go by before there's finally room to get on one. But a lot less claustrophobic. Yeah, same here, Joe. I mean, for the money I would spend, for the minimum amount of money that I would spend to go and do Fremont New Year's, I could buy another bike, like either of the ones that I have. But that's a good call, though, Joe. I would rather do that too. I'm not into, just kind of blowing money at this point. It's not an option anyway. I absolutely cannot afford to blow any money at all. But yeah, even if I did want to go do something like Fremont New Year's, there are just better ways to spend the money, I think. I thought I had a bump. Like I thought my back tire on the Schwinn got stretched out because we pumped it up a lot and it was kind of ballooning in one spot when it went flat the first time. Um, and it looked like it was bumped out a little bit when I spun it when I got it back on the bike. And then I rode it for a couple minutes and it was fine. So I was kind of worried there for a minute. I thought I was going to have to get a new tire too. I was like, no, I just put this thing all back together. I want to ride it. It was fine. I'm charging up the Cheetah right now. Not that I can ride it, but well, I could ride it if the bars are kind of stiff, but I don't know. I want to get some juice in it just in case, but it was full on dead, or pretty much dead. It's been charging for a while. The big battery. Then I got to charge the other one. Yes, Shane, the new inner tubes did come. Thanks again to King Hype. I did put the new tube in the Schwinn, and she's running beautifully, better than before. I'm gonna slime them tomorrow when it's daylight, both of the tubes. But I have a spare tube now, thanks again, King Hype. And that's why I wanted to get two from Amazon initially, is because the front tube is good and it's got a Schrader valve. And now the back tube is new and it's got a Schrader valve, and now I have a spare tube with a Schrader valve. And I'm going to be able to carry everything, all that, the extra tube, and it's going to take, minimal space. The wrench, the tube, the little hand pump that I have, it takes up basically no space. And now I should be good. Now I'm going to feel confident once I get the chain and the cassette serviced, which I'm going to do over at Chris's house soon, I think. I'm going to feel confident riding this Schwinn pretty much anywhere. I have some handlebar tape coming. I won some on eBay, some old ODI handlebar tape. I hope the adhesive is still good. It's probably 30-year-old handlebar tape in the original package, like vintage. I got it for $5.64 out the door. And if it's original ODI and it works and period correct, like I think somebody should have paid a lot more than that for it. What's up, JPL Rides? Good to see you, brother. So yeah, I need to get brake cables for the Schwinn, though, definitely. They're just a little too crunchy. I've adjusted them, the brakes, as much as I can adjust them with these just worn out old cables. Probably the original cables, I don't know. So I don't know, but once I get that chain a little less crunchy and the rear cassette a little less crunchy, and I got the extra tube, and I want to get a couple of little bags, like an underseat bag and a frame bag, so I can carry the necessities and be ready to just, like, I'm gonna start training, take long trips on that bike, go to Lake Mead and stuff, and like I want to go to Lone Mountain and Kyle Canyon, and I don't know, maybe up Mount Charleston, who knows. Yeah, should be getting to be some good weather by then, and I suppose I'm gonna do, like, especially since I'm getting some support, a support vehicle, I'm gonna do, I guess, the Santa Monica ride after Eastgate Con. All right, yeah, Shane. You got 2 batteries too, so you could definitely do it. It's gonna be, well, I don't know. It's been a mild winter, so it might not be bad to do Charleston. Well, I don't know, maybe another month or two. Like, there's barely any snow up there right now because we've had kind of a mild season. So definitely want to go ride up there though. And Kyle Canyon, at least we could do Kyle Canyon, Shane, like probably now if you wanted to, just make a day trip out of it. Oh, yeah, I'm sure planning on taking a lot of rides in 2025. JPL rides, as I assume you are. I know Shane's going to be out there. Oh, Death Valley would be awesome. I'd love to do Death Valley. I could ride from here to there in probably 3 days, maybe, on a bicycle. Yeah, that's definitely the thing to do, though. Death Valley, you got to do, like, I don't know why so many people want to go there in the summertime when it's 120 some odd degrees. I know how terrible that is, and I would never voluntarily subject myself to that. But Death Valley is amazing if you go there when it's not being the hottest place in the world. Damn, Shane. Shane's putting the miles on the Leopard Pro for real. Yeah, I've been wanting to go. I wanted to go to Death Valley before it got too cold. If you remember, we talked about that. Um, but then, I don't know, the season just kind of got away and some unforeseen circumstances, you know how it goes. But there should be a way to put it together. Maybe I can get a crew together. Maybe we can get a group together and get like a U-Haul or rent a van or something, and throw all our bikes in and go to Death Valley and ride. I don't know. That'd be fun, I think. The Santa Monica ride, I guess I'm going to try to do after Eastgate Con now. JPL rides, well, at least until then, because my friend Rod might be my support vehicle through some of the parts that I didn't really want to contend with all alone. Like, there's a lot of nothing between here and there. A couple of days worth of like no civilization at all. And so I think it's better for him if we can go a little more into the spring, like probably after Eastgate Con. So as it looks right now, but I still want to take some rides. Maybe not as extreme as that, but other shorter rides, but still some long distance rides, but sooner than that. Yeah, a group ride would be nice. A group Death Valley ride. If we can put that together somehow. I know Rod would be down. I'm sure we could probably bring Shane along if we could, get his bike there somehow. Which is the issue that I would have. Is, I have to get my bike there somehow. Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to meeting up with you then. JPL rides, and if you want to come, if you want to like backtrack some and do like more of the ride, whatever, I don't know. I'm gonna try to talk to you more about stuff like that when the time comes. Whoa. I'm so happy to have the Schwinn working again, though. I gotta get some brake cables I gotta find. Just like cheap but good. Like anything's gonna be better than the crunchy old ones that are on there now. And then, the chain service basically, and the rear cassette. And that bike's going to be ready to just bomb some long distances. That thing is so smooth and so fast, and I can't wait to take some journeys on it. And Roy Kim, I'm glad you're here and appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. And everybody. Trying to keep the bikes tuned up. The Schwinn's like a 2012 road bike. It's not as vintage as the Schwinn I was originally planning to get, but this is a much better bike overall. And for $75 at a pawn shop, I wish I had like 10 of them. A whole fleet of road bikes, $75 road bikes, or any kind of bike really for that matter. But I'm really digging road bikes. I was never a road bike guy. I was always, BMX, almost always BMX, and a little bit of mountain bike. And, there's a time where you just couldn't pay me to ride a road bike, and now it's like, whoa, yeah, I love it. It's so awesome, and I just want to ride it all the time. That's awesome. JPL rides. That's a cool bike. That's probably worth something in 1987 by now. And it's crazy that people just throw bikes away. I mean, really, you can keep a bike going forever unless it's got some significant damage or something. I mean, you can really make a bike last forever. So there should never really be a reason to throw one away unless it's damaged beyond repair. I want to rescue a bunch of old bikes, find some cool bikes and fix them up, do some flips, save some parts, sell them on eBay, make a couple of bucks. I got my eBay going again after like 3 or 4 months without. It's like, whatever, screw it. I guess I'll keep a presence on eBay for a while. I've been on eBay since 1998 and I've done 190,000 sales transactions on eBay since then. So it's like, you know what? It's like, it drives me crazy sometimes and it's monotonous, but whatever. I'll make a few dollars and rescue some old bike parts and make some people happy and sell the other crap that I sell too, but whatever. Ooh, Specialized. What kind of Specialized is it, Joe? Like, any Specialized bike is awesome. But some of them are, like, incredibly awesome. So yeah, I guess the Schwinn, I want to say the Schwinn that I got is a 2012. It's I'm pretty sure when they came out with this model anyway. Oh, hey, that's still awesome. If it says Specialized on it, I know from experience it's a very good bike. And I used to love really the Specialized mountain bikes, but now I'd love to find a Specialized road bike. But I had what was it? Not the Rock Hopper. What was the other one? The hardtail bike. I can't remember. I had a used one for a little while, and there was something wrong with the gears. The shifting was all sloppy, and I got rid of it after a little while. But it was an otherwise really super awesome bike. And now those things are going up in value. The old Specialized mountain bikes. Old mountain bikes, like original classic mountain bikes, are shooting up in value. Who would have thought? But I'm having a hell of a good time just, messing with these old bikes, tinkering. And the thought of, putting cool bikes together, making a couple of bucks and selling spare parts and stuff just kind of sounds like heaven to me, actually. Yeah, well, I mean, it's like so many, for me, JPL rides, it seems like so many old, perfectly good bikes are just, kind of wasting away somewhere. Everybody's got a bike in their garage that's got one or two little things wrong with it, and now it's just sitting there collecting dust. And, I was looking at new bikes and stuff and thinking, oh, it'd be nice to get some shiny, brand new bike, never been ridden before. And whatever, but it's just not necessary. I mean, there are just diamonds in the rough everywhere. And it makes so much more sense to just buy a bike at a pawn shop for 75 bucks and then, tinker with that a little bit. To me anyway. So, saving it. That bike, that Schwinn was just sitting there for like a year and a half or something, somebody said at that pawn shop. And the tires were flat and the brakes didn't work. And it was kind of rough looking, but it turned out to be a really awesome bike. And, something that it was being overlooked and was going to probably ultimately get thrown away. And now it's got another shot. And I think that's awesome. I want to do that. I want to, rescue these bikes and give them another life. Hey, Irving. Well, I'm glad you're home, and I know it's the holidays and stuff. I'm just glad to see you. I was starting to worry a little bit, but I know, you've got a lot of things to do. If you get to spend some time at home, especially so. But it's wonderful to see you, Irving. I'm so glad you're here. And I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you're going to have a great New Year and New Year's if you're doing anything for it. But yeah, I'm so excited about, tinkering with bikes and, saving some bikes and making a few dollars. I think it's good all the way around. It's just going to be a supplement to the other things that I'm doing. Basically, maybe I can replace Uber Eats and DoorDash with it if DoorDash is always going to think I'm driving a car and gives me forever long deliveries, and Uber won't accept my new driver's license for whatever reason, then, I might as well not even bother with that anymore anyway. But I do want to get the Uber Eats going again just so I can get out and do it once in a while. It's kind of an enjoyable thing to do occasionally, and it makes for good content as well, I think. There's some of you used to really enjoy the delivery videos. So hopefully I can take one or two still here and there. I'm going to call them tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, right? I'm going to call them and be like, hey, it's been a week. You guys need to figure this out. I have a valid driver's license, and it shouldn't matter anyway because I'm not driving. I'm on a bike. So, see if we can get that sorted out. But yeah, if I can find some more bike deals, which I'm seeing them everywhere. I just got to put some cash together. But yeah, that's going to be pretty cool, I think. I'm really looking forward to doing that. It's keeping me more occupied. I'm not stressing as much. My ulcers aren't bleeding as much. I feel great, actually. But Irving, it never feels, quite like a normal chat without you. But I know, like holidays and people have things to do and everything. But so glad you're here. And biking is definitely healthy, and I feel so much better now. I mean, I don't think it's going to get rid of colitis and cancer, honestly. Maybe it will, I don't know. But just like otherwise, I feel so much better since I started riding the bikes. And I really enjoy riding them too. So all of my grocery trips now are on a bike. I can't ride the scooter anymore because they won't let me take it in, even if I fold it up and put it in the shopping cart. So that's why I got the $90 pawn shop bike originally, is because, like, screw it, I'm going to take a couple of bike rides. I'm going to ride this thing to go get groceries, and probably nobody's going to steal it because it's a cheap bike, but if they do, whatever, because it's a cheap bike. So that was the logic behind starting to buy bikes at pawn shops. Is, I didn't break the bank on the bike, so I'm not worried about it that much when I've got it locked up outside at the grocery store. But just pedaling to get groceries is making me feel a lot better. I need to do that tomorrow. I can't spend any damn money, but I gotta go just get a couple of things to keep me alive for a couple of days. But slowly but surely, everything's coming back together. It's just taking its time, and I hate that. It's like this coming down to the wire stuff drives me crazy. But progress is being made, steps are being taken, forward momentum is slowly being generated. Yeah, and Irving, I'm going to try to have an extra one for you next time you come and do a bike ride with us, Irving. I'll try to have something better for you to ride than the whatever RTC city bikes. But it sounds like the gears were a little messed up on the one that you were riding. So I'll have you something nice and smooth to ride next time you come, Irving. Yeah, e-bikes are awesome, but I do love to pedal now. I really do. I mean, once I started getting a little slightly bit conditioned again, it's like, wow, this just feels so good and it's such an enjoyable experience. But I do still love riding the e-bikes, of course, too. And I think riding e-bikes is going to be kind of more like it's an easier transition for people now. I think, well, if I don't have to pedal or I don't have to pedal very hard or I've got the electric assist or full power if I need it, so I think e-bikes are still going to make the most sense for a lot of people. And I sure enjoy mine, but I don't know, pedaling is awesome, especially like I've never ridden these road bikes before, and even that $75 Schwinn from the pawn shop is just it's so fast and smooth and just wonderful to ride. Exactly. I mean, that's one thing I'm really looking forward to, JPL rides. I'm gonna get a couple little bags for the Schwinn, like an under seat bag that I can stuff a couple of things in, and then there's like a frame bag that's a little triangle thing that I can stuff a couple more little things in, like my extra inner tube and a couple of tools and uh, whatever, my little tire pump and a Cliff Bar and whatever, and then yeah, like basically my bike will go as far as my body will take me, and I'll have basically everything that I need on the bike to keep going. If I get a flat tire, I can fix it, you know, and I don't know, whatever. It's just like I'm looking forward to being able to do that on the Schwinn, the $75 pawn shop bike. And I'm just days away from just having a few more little things that I need to just be able to go out, and I got to fix lube the chain and the rear cassette. I got to take it over to Chris's for that. Excuse me for that. But yeah, the Wednesday rides. It's like religion for me now, Irving. I'm just not right myself without the Wednesday ride. And, when you come back, of course, if you're here and available on a Wednesday, I know how much you enjoy and understand the rides. You got to do it, guys. Anyone who's watching who is uh, thinking about doing it, whether you live here or you're coming to visit or whatever, do it. Trust me. And Irving, it's it's a wonderful, awesome experience. Yeah, but it's always like, I mean, my first time, for those of you who remember that, doing the Wednesday ride was on my Highboy S2 Max scooter, and I was in the middle of another live stream doing something else, and we went, and like you guys were like, just do the ride, just go and do the group ride, the Wednesday ride, and it was awesome, and just the most incredible, wonderful feeling and experience, and just like we just went and kept doing it since then. And hey, Liberty Tree. So yeah, anybody who's thinking about it, Anyone who lives in the Las Vegas Valley, especially, please go out and do a bike ride if you haven't already. A Wednesday night ride. It'll change your life. There's nothing like it. Um, and anyone who's coming here to visit, and it's going to be available on a Wednesday. Please go do it. You're going to be so glad you did. I can't wait for the next Wednesday ride. I had so much fun on Friday. The extra credit chaos rides. Shout out to them and Mitch. Mitch for hosting these rides, leading these rides every single Friday. That's their church, the extra credit group. You know, they go and do their chaos ride, and it's wonderful. And, you know, I'm happy that they let me participate. If you're looking for a little more intense of a bike ride, group bike ride in Las Vegas, or a lot more intense of a bike ride in Las Vegas, that would be a good one that I would recommend. I came all the way back from Mandalay Bay to the Sphere and then back out to the Boulevard. Like, we stopped at the Sphere and hung out for a few minutes, but that was the only stop, and the rest of the time I was pedaling hard the whole time on the Schwinn. And thank goodness that thing's as smooth and as fast as it is, or I would not have made it. I was huffing and puffing so hard. So mad respect to Extra Credit and the Chaos Ride for bombing it as hard as they do every Friday. And I was trying like hell to keep up with them, and I did. And I was on a fast enough bike, but I was huffing and puffing. I'm getting there though. Progress is being made. But baby steps, you go out and pedal a little bit, and then, go out and pedal a little bit more, and so on. Eventually, it just keeps getting easier. But so stoked that the Schwinn is rolling again, and thanks again to King Hype for getting the inner tubes off of the wish list. Really saved the day. So we're going to be ready to take some. I'm going to see if I'm going to try to talk to Chris tomorrow or something. Be like, hey, you got some. Did you get the chain lube yet? Because he's got to lube something. And he's like, hey, I'll have enough left over to do yours. I was like, okay, I appreciate that. So if I can lube the chain in the rear cassette, because it's just kind of crunchy, and get my couple little bags and little things to take, like the underseat bag. It's just, barely any storage at all, but I'll be able to take what I really need without weighing me down or slowing me down. And just, off we go. We're going to take some rides, and I can't wait. And I got a new action camera coming supposedly, and thank goodness, because my GoPro is acting all strange. Just not working well at all. So oh, you're camping in Florida? Nice, Shadow. That's awesome. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, my GoPro has never worked right. My GoPro Hero 10 Black, I bought it brand new with all this stuff. It had the charging tripod thing and the media mod and the light and everything. And it's like $600, and it just never worked right. And that's awesome, camping in Florida. Whereabouts in Florida? Night Shadow. If you don't mind me asking, I used to live in Florida. My son does, and my dad does. I should have done some more work. I should have put a couple more things on eBay, but I had to spend a little time with you guys, and I'm so excited to get the Schwinn rolling again that I had to come live and tell you about it. Okay, I'm not exactly sure where that is, but hope you're having fun anyway, Night Shadow, and thanks for being here. I still want to do some camping here soon. I've got the black bike pretty well rigged up to where I could pack all of my gear in the pannier set and everything, and go camping off of that. The black bike, I might change the tires and tubes on that, try to make it a little faster and a little more puncture resistant, because that's what they call a slow bike, the hybrid bikes. It's not slow, but it is compared to the Schwinn, definitely. Um, but yeah, I still want to go camping off of that thing. I could definitely pack all my gear on that bike, the Infinity, the hybrid bike. I have a rear rack and a pannier set, thanks to Big Boys PEV for the pannier set, which we're definitely going to use. So yeah, I'm still trying to squeeze a camping trip or two into the mix here myself. Yeah, camping is awesome. And that is the good life, in my opinion. West of Gainesville, okay. I used to go to Gainesville a lot. The first girl I almost married went to the University of Florida, and I practically did too. I didn't attend classes, but I went there. You know? So I'm loosely familiar with that area. I know it gets pretty sparse once you get west of Gainesville, though. Owls, that's cool, though. I used to love camping in Florida. I used to do more tropical camping, though, like taking a boat to an island or something. I lived on barrier islands, Cocoa Beach, Cape Canaveral, Merritt Island. And Jacksonville is cool. My parents, well, my dad and my stepmom might actually move up near Jacksonville. They live in Orlando now for no particular reason. I like Miami too, but it's too crowded and expensive. It's nice though. I really like it, but it's too crowded and expensive. But Jacksonville is like the biggest city in terms of like the the square miles of the city limits. I don't know. Not in terms of population and, buildings and stuff, but otherwise, it's the largest city in terms of space in America, Jacksonville. Oh, wow. Melbourne, yeah. I spent a lot of time in Melbourne myself. I worked at a couple of car dealerships in Melbourne and the North Melbourne Home Depot. My son still lives in the Space Coast, a little north of Melbourne now. But I was just a very short distance from Melbourne on an island that connects to via the Pineda Causeway, well, North Melbourne, basically. And let's see, if you take Merritt Island all the way down and cross over east, it goes to Satellite Beach, and if you cross over west, you're in Melbourne, like O'Galley area. I miss the beach. That's one thing I miss about Florida a lot. I miss the woods too. It was fun going out in the woods, but I really do miss the beach and the rivers. I lived on the Indian River in Merritt Island. Ha! I know exactly the apartments you're talking about, Night Shadow. I used to live down the street actually in Cocoa Beach, and then another uh, a duplex, a triplex actually in Cape Canaveral. But yeah, I know exactly the apartments that you're talking about. And if I had a dollar for every time I've been near or well even inside Ron John's, I wouldn't be worried about money right now. But yeah, I used to love that area too. Like I couldn't live there anymore, but I did, I still reflect on it upon it fondly. My times in Cocoa Beach, Cape Canaveral, Merritt Island, the Space Coast. Oh, there's definitely tons of crime in Miami and very, very bad areas in Miami. Like deadly, scary, stay the hell out of them areas in Miami. Like way more dangerous than any neighborhood in Vegas. Miami is no joke. Like the nicer parts of Miami are very nice, but the not nice parts of Miami you might never get seen or heard from again if you go in there. There's not a lot of crime in the nice parts of Miami, but still, like the slums and hoods of Miami, it's deadly, scary, dangerous. I'm checking notifications here. Yeah, what time is it? I think it's about time for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm getting real hungry, and that's about all there is to eat. But I'll go to the store in the morning and get a couple of cheap things to keep me going for a couple of days. And hopefully people buy some crap. And I'll see if I can get the Uber Eats thing straightened out tomorrow. It'd be nice to at least have the option again. Get out there on a bicycle, take a delivery or two. But, well, I mean, maybe it is the lowest it's been since the 1980s in Miami, but crime has always been. I mean, Miami's always been a very high crime area. So comparatively, I mean, there's more crime, major crimes, I would say, in Miami than Vegas. Um, but most of Miami is safe and nice, but some parts of it are very much not safe and nice. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Night Shadow. And, like, I've definitely got my money's worth out of this one, and certainly recommend this to anyone who enjoys staring at light patterns. But yeah, I hope they enjoy their lights. I'm sure they will. But anyway, guys. Well, yeah, we needed something like a good something to look at while we're sitting here and talking, and I think this, did the job nicely. So I'm sure enjoying this light, still getting my money's worth out of this one for sure. But I guess it's time to forage for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But I sure do appreciate you guys coming and hanging out, taking the time. And it's been a lovely chat tonight. I appreciate all you guys for that as well. And thanks, Chaos, for the super chat. Appreciate you so much. And thank you again, King Hype, for the inner tubes, saving the day, getting the Schwinn rolling again. So, and good night to you, Shane, and everybody. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful week ahead. I'll see you again soon, definitely. But, Happy New Year to anyone who is unable to catch me the next time. Maybe if I don't see you before the new year, have a wonderful, happy New Year. But thanks again for hanging out, guys. Have a wonderful week ahead. And take care of yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon.